Good day, OZMINING here. So I'm actually using today to have a little bit of a catch-up day at the crypto warehouse. And yeah, I actually thought today I would make a little bit of a list of all my things to do. So I'm really trying to progress all this work that needs to be done. I am cognizant I probably need someone to help me here at some point, just to keep the farm running, adding new things, infrastructure, software, etc. But I thought for now I would just get a list going. I've been actually inspired. I've been reading this book here, the Diary of a CEO, so definitely a good read here. 33 Laws of Business and Life. So, you know, always good to do a bit of reading, kind of recalibrate. And yeah, this is helping inspire me just to get a few things reset. This is a business, so whilst I love it, we're here to make money. And if we're going to do that, we need to be organized, make a plan. And what I thought I'd do is let's kind of kick off the new year and get a bit more organized and make a plan of things to do. So I've just spent a little bit of time writing out what I need to do. Before I do that, I might just show you. I was just looking on the inverters today, so it's actually about 35 degrees today here in Australia, and I'm loving that. Last week I was moaning a bit because of the rain, and thank you Bear Market Miner for being positive and saying, well look, even if it's raining, we still could be chugging out 20 kilowatts, and you know what, that's free energy still. So love the positivity there. And you know what, let's fast forward a week, the sun's out. We are maximizing, well, close to maximizing. I had a quick look at what we're generating now. It's 3 o'clock in the afternoon, so it might be a little bit below optimum, but on one inverter, we are doing 40 kilowatts right now. I'm only using 12 kilowatts and 28 kilowatts is going into the feeding in the grid. And on the other inverter, again, we're running 40 kilowatts, using 16.6 kilowatts and 23 going into the grid. So I'm literally giving away almost over 50 kilowatts of power. That's a lot of ASICs that I could be plugging in there and running. Look, I will be getting some feed in, which will offset some of the evening power, which is great. But really, in terms of cents per kilowatt, I want to plug machines in there and be making money. But yeah, all good. And that's a little bit of perspective. You know, rainy days, you know, boo-hoo, but sunny days, you know, this is a great result. So what have we got to do? Here's my list at the moment. I've literally just jotted this out in 5 minutes and I've filled the 2 boards up. I've split it into to do, and another part, a big part of mining for me is procurement. So let's look at what I have set myself up to do. I've kind of done a little bit in order of priority. Look, and always priority number 1 is getting machines activated, earning money, assuming they're profitable. Getting them plugged in and earning money is really important because that allows me to earn money, reinvest, take profits, etc. That really sets up everything else to be done, to be brought, to be managed, etc. It's kind of why we're here. So what do I have to do? Well, I've got 3 L7s that I've had sitting around for probably 3 weeks now. Need to get them set up, plugged in, earning some money, probably in Aussie dollars, probably around 20 to 25 bucks a day profit on them. So, you know, that's 75 bucks a day, probably getting up for, I don't know, 500 bucks a week. Need to get them plugged in. I've got one KS5L, which I actually took the shroud off to put on an L7, so I need to get the KS5L up and running. A few dollars a day, but again, all counts, it is profitable. Then, once I have all my ASICs plugged in, and look, there are some in transit, so if before they come I have time, then I actually have a BC250 machine to set up, which has 12 individual units in there, given how Warthog is pumping at the moment. I need to get that online pretty quickly. And then over there somewhere, there's around 150 GPUs that need to be plugged in. I've got some Optominers here that I picked up really cheap, and I've got some rigs over here. These just need to get switched on. These GPUs want to get working. They want to do their job, make some money. So yeah, really important that we get the 150 GPUs online. Again, not monster profitability, but with free power, it really makes sense to get them online ASAP. Then it's not really a setup, it's more of a, it's probably more in the infrastructure line, is I need to move my mini miners upstairs. I've got 7 AL0s and 5 KS0 Pros. Again, all chugging along, you know, making 50 cents a dollar a day. I need to move them to the other side of the warehouse and exhaust them out. So that's all my miners that I have sitting here. I need to get earning. Infrastructure, so this is other stuff around, I guess not specifically plugging in miners to make money, but stuff around it is I need to get the rest of my exhaust systems done that I've been showing you the last few videos. I need to finish I've got my security system up and running now. A lot of expensive hardware here. I want to, I guess, have visibility on anyone coming and going, and even preempt if someone's looking a bit suspicious. I'm going to be phoning the police or security and getting them here ASAP, or I might just be coming along my baseball bat to sort them out. Another one is extra power. So I have around half of my 400 amps activated. I need to get my local Sparky here and get the rest of my power up and running. I actually think at the moment I'm actually going to try and run all of my mining operation probably up in the one mezzanine room. I seem to be exhausting the heat really well, and down in here, this is cool as a cucumber down here. So I'm really happy that moving all of the exhaust out of the mezzanine outside, yeah, it's actually pretty cool in here. So I think I might just try and divert the rest of my power upstairs and see where we get to with that. The other option is to potentially put a boxed unit, like a shed, or just build an enclosure and put air in and exhaust air out and have something in the corner over there. That's kind of plan B. However, saying that, I do think in this warehouse a mezzanine would almost double my floor space. So this is a super high warehouse, around almost 6 meters high. I could split the floors here and almost create double the floor space, which would be pretty handy, to be honest. I've actually put out for some quotes, but I could literally have a floor up there where you see the floor in the mezzanine is running all the way along, and have another whole 80 square meters of floor space here. So that's something I want to look at. I don't know if I necessarily need it for the mining, but you never know. Like, you know, once I've added on the extra 200 amps of power, there are other upgrades I can do. So more power could come in, subject to some other cabling infrastructure. So the mezzanine might be needed at some point. Then I want to get there's the inverters outside. I want to put a cage around it and also put a camera in that for security as well. Other to do things is potentially hire some help. I want to get a Discord page set up to get the community here in Australia and OZMINING a bit more connected. I also want to work on some collabs. Again, for example, you know, Bear Market Miner, thanks for reaching out. We definitely do some collabs. You know, I'm a Red Panda miner. I'm a behind the camera kind of guy, so I'm not as good as looking as some of the other miners out there. So, but yeah, definitely some collabs with other miners, community, also some of the sellers, vendors as well. I have now got a discount code with Ice River, so if you look down below, there's an Ice River discount code for up to 2.5% off Ice River products. Please try and use that. And I have also asked our friends in Canada, Nakamoto Mining, to share a discount code so we can get these products shared with the community and use them, because they're really great products. So potentially a discount code coming with Nakamoto Mining. Watch this space. And then I'm working on the feed-in tariffs. At the moment, my feed-in is not going anywhere. So whilst I'm getting free power during the day, my feed-in is not generating any sense. So I need to get the feed-in connected as well. And also, I'm probably going to beef up the air conditioning unit upstairs. It's not really, it helps, but I think a more powerful unit would make a bigger difference. And then I also want to potentially get a grill to go in that window over there, just to stop the sun coming in. Potentially might allow the glazing to come out and just have some air flowing through as well. So that's my to-do. Quick 5-minute list there, but I definitely like having that, and it gives me something to focus on. Like today, I'm probably going to spend probably about another 3.5 hours here. And if I can get the L7s done, you know, let me put a little box here. If I can tick that box off today, and possibly the KS5L, I'll be happy. But as you know, with all things in mining, it doesn't always go to plan. It might go quickly, but I think in about 3.5, 4 hours, if I can get those 4 done, that will be a good job. Now, procurement, I believe, is a massive part of running a small, medium-sized farm where you're adding, you're building. There's a lot of time and effort in procurement. So I've broken down into 3 categories: in transit, to buy, and thinking. and often my thinking turns into buying pretty quickly, then I end up with a backlog. So I probably need to keep thinking, and maybe wait for some bargains. So what's in transit? I've actually got 3 more L7s which I've purchased locally here in Australia on the way, should come in a few more days. So again, what I've realised is I haven't got enough shroud kits. Even though I brought a few extra ones, I've actually put another order in with Nakamoto Mining to get some shrouds for the L7s, and also I have purchased 3 AL3s off. Let's give NHASH a shout out. NHASH, nice guys, trusted. I have purchased some things off other resellers, had mixed experiences, but I will say NHASH, very friendly. They communicate on Telegram. They're really good. I'm trying to think of who I've been speaking to there, but yeah, they're all really friendly, been helping out. So NHASH, definitely a trusted seller. But I have 3 AL3s coming soon. I'm not sure if that's going to be another KS5 disaster for Moist River, but they look reasonably profitable as L7s at the moment. So hopefully the hash rate does not deteriorate. Well, the hash rate will grow quickly, but hopefully the profits do not deteriorate as rapidly as they did with the KASPA release of the miners. We shall see. So what do I need to buy? Again, in that vein of these things are coming, what do I need to do to support that? I need some connectors, so some 200mm 8-inch joiners for my ducting. So I need some plastic ones from the UK and some metal ones I can get here in Australia. I also need some more spoofers, some fans, some ducting. I'm kind of learning, it's actually, once you get up to medium scale mining, you want to have stock, you want to have spares. If you're just buying a thing contingent when you buy something and then there's a delay, you know, you could buy an ASIC miner, you could buy a fan, you could buy the ducting, and then you're waiting for a little small spoofer and it's been delayed for a week or two. It's actually really frustrating. I've learned to switch off those frustrations. It's not worth getting too stressed about it, but it's worth definitely either buying quickly when you've made a purchase on an ASIC miner, or having some things in stock just to future proof either when things break or new things come in. I'm also going to buy some new 15 amp 2.5mm power cables. I've actually found a good supplier called Wagner. They've got outlets definitely all through New South Wales, possibly nationally in Australia, but Wagner are really good for some more heavy duty cabling. So again, I'm learning to beef up my cables as well, and I found a supplier for them. And then the fun stuff, but I probably just need to chill into a little bit. What am I thinking about? Well, definitely a K7 that is for the Cuckoo Cloud CKB algorithm. A KA3, which is Cadena. I also think I need to get into some Ethereum Classic mining. I think that's probably going to be the next profitable coin after Doge. And I'm probably also looking at an L9, maybe with a January batch. But I really want to see something closer to 10,000 US dollars for that. You know, the current 12, 13, 15K prices. And like, I must say, you know, Bitmain have just released another batch on their main website, and they said sale, but they used to be like around 10,000 US, and now they've put them up to say 20,000 US, and with a discount they're 14. And as someone put on X, formerly Twitter, that's not a sale, that's a price rise. So, and I'm not seeing those Bitmain L9s flying out the shelves. It tells me the market is saying that's overpriced. There's a lot of hash rate going onto the network. I think Bitmain are being a little bit money grabbing. Clearly it doesn't cost 20 grand to make them. They're really just taking all the miners' profits early. Smart business model, love Bitmain. But I think they've overpriced these at, after tokens, which you need to pay for, I think they're around 10 cents in the dollar. So you're probably looking at 15 grand USDs, plus then you've got to do import tariffs, postage. It's too much for these, I'll be really honest. I think they need to come down closer to at least 10,000 USD, but that's just my personal opinion. But they're not selling out. Normally something in Bitmain, if it's the right price, it will sell within minutes, if not hours. So yeah, what do you think, guys? That's my to-do list, that's my procurement list. Let me know what you think. If I missed anything, yeah, appreciate your feedback. Let's go have a quick look upstairs. We looked at all my shroud kits that we got from Nakamoto Mining in the last video. Hopefully we'll get some of these on today on the L7s. Let's have a real quick look upstairs. And then I need to say bye-bye and actually get on with my work because, yeah, I've got under 3.5 hours here now. Bit hotter up here. The L9s are working a bit harder. We've got the air conditioning on. So we've got 3 KS5Ms and 1 KS5L here. We've got the 2 L9s running here. They're not fully shrouded. They're actually naturally aspirated with fans here. Then I've got a bolt-on ducting kit, just taking the hot air through the stock fans out of the warehouse. They're actually running as cool as a cucumber. To touch, a little bit warmer, but they're still pretty cool. But I will get the bigger Nakamoto shroud kits on them at some point. But because they're working, that's not a priority. I'm actually going to get the L7s up and running. I've got 1, 2, and you see 3 L7s there. They're my priority today, plus the KS5L, because these are not on at all, not earning me any money. So once I get these set up, I will then work on getting the proper shroud kits onto the L9s. Now, one other thing I want to show you before I go today is I did purchase these new 3D printed filters that go onto the shroud kits. And I just want to show you, I've been away a few days and look at that. That is amazing. All of that would have normally have gone into these Aztecs. So I'm actually blown away by this, and I'm knowing already all those flies would have gone into these other machines. So these are bloody excellent. And I'm going to be I've already brought some more of these from Nakamoto Mining. Here. And they're a lot smaller than the big cloth filter ones, so I actually think these are the way to go. I really like these. Great job, Nakamoto Mining. Another order's coming in soon for them, so I'm really impressed with that. So the other thing I was talking about downstairs is I want to get all my other ducting exhausts up here, and I also want to move this big shelf here, which has got the smaller miners, and I've got a few over there, and I've got a few more downstairs in that mess somewhere. I'm going to move them over to this corner here, very close to the window, and I'm going to duct them out. I'm going to probably build a little bit of board around the shelf, so box the shelf in, and I'm going to put an inline fan on the top and exhaust the air out the top outside. I reckon that's going to be really good. So that's the plan. Thanks for watching. Happy upcoming new year. Hope you're all having a great time with your family, balancing family, health, and also getting a little bit of cheeky time to do your mining as well. So yeah, thanks for watching. I'm going to get back to my list of things to do. Watch out for the next video. Hopefully there will be some kind of ticks here. I'll let you guys be the judge when we come back on the next one. Thanks for watching. Love you guys. Appreciate all the feedback, likes, comments, good or bad. Really appreciate it. And I'll see you on the next one. Take care.